How's it going? How are you guys doing today? My name is Low-Key Bunny, and today I'd like to go over a game-changing software by the company DogWifTools. Now, this particular software is great for those that are in the prospects of launching, deploying new contracts currently on the Solana blockchain. It directly works with Pump.fun for those that are interested in essentially having the tools at their, essentially have an over-the-counter edge, so to speak, when it comes to tokenomics. Now, I want to go into this particular project one by one and give you guys a full-on perspective of what to expect. Now, as you notice, this particular software is a user interface, which is wonderful for those that are, keen to having something that's Word document or such as a DOS terminal command prompt, so to speak. A lot of those that want to be able to do things quickly and effectively and efficiently when they're doing their deploys, time is money, as they say, right? So with that being said, this particular software has been able to run on not only Macintosh, but also on Windows. And I believe it's also working on Linux or Unix, but don't quote me on that one. However, it has essentially 5 different portions of the particular software that gives it a major edge on anything that's really out. And on top of that, I like to say one thing and one thing only. When it comes to these particular softwares, these particular communities, it's very bullish to see that this particular community is striving. They have a Discord channel, they have a Telegram channel, and I have seen them actually on numerous accounts be active in their community and consistently seeing bugs and all types of things that are nuances when it comes to specifically Solana in general, or just in terms when it comes to Pump. Let me jump right into it. So if you get started with this, you're first going to be able to have a license, a lifetime license. So essentially is, you buy once and you have the ability to have not only the license, but the community behind you, a paid membership, access to the developers on a constant daily basis in case you have any issues. And they're aware that the system consistently is always changing. And so for that matter, they do the best of their abilities to be able to situate any of, people that are essentially using this program. I start off usually by going into settings. This particularly is the mecca of where all of your essentials are currently located. What I have done is, just for the video, I have blurred out some of the information that's currently on the right side here, just because it is my valuable information. But I like to go through it one by one. For those who like to have some information whenever the bot is being used, as far as receivable information, you can use a webhook to do so. And that's simply by creating yourself a Discord channel and be able to use the webhook bot to be able to copy and paste that directly in there. Beyond that, I currently am using a Helios node. This essentially has been recommended to me from the developers. It's not expensive. It's about a $50 a month node, but essentially allows me to be able to get in and out of transactions quite remarkably faster than most people. So that's very highly recommended. Invest in if you're in the means of doing something like this. Beyond that, you have WebSocket URL, Blog Engine URL, Cap Solver, which again is for those who are using comments, and we'll get into that further on in the video. But the Cap Solver is definitely a requirement for those who are using captions. Beyond that, you have the user interface scale, which is currently 1.0. You can also customize the scale to be 0.75 for those that want to have a different scalability on their user interface. Beyond that, you have volume, bundler, and bump it. The volume is obvious for those that want to increase your holder positions in your token, alongside with increasing the amount to buy or sell transactions that are happening within a matter of time frame. This can also, of course, bring in further investments, further holders to your token because of the volume that it's being brought within to the ecosystem that you've run. Wonderful things about this is you have delays. You have the ability to have 1 to whatever second delay there is when it comes to your volume bot here. This essentially is the volume bot within the user interface itself. You choose essentially a minimum buy amount along with the maximum buy amount, the micro buy amounts alongside with your GTO private keys, your tip amount as well. Very important, so that way you get your transactions in and out again fast as possible. You put your funder private key along with also your dev wallet public key, and from there you'll be able to save that information like I just have done, and that will be able to work accordingly. Same thing goes for the bundler and also the bump it. You have the ability to have what type of developer buy you want to have from the first start of things, along with the minimum, maximum, GTO, and then the list goes on, similar to what we saw on the volume section. Bump it is somewhat similar. The bump it essentially is for those that want to be able to get noticed on Pump.fun. It does a buy sell transaction within the same taxient, and it does its job. It does cause the actual project to be noticed on the front page of Pump due to those micro bump transactions. One of the cool things I do like about this particular software, however, is the task ability. You simply can create simple tasks here. So for example, if I click on this and type in task, if I wanted to create a volume task for that matter, I can simply just type in volume here by typing VOL. And then from there, I can simply set it to do a buy, for example. Okay. And then there's about 4 different examples of buys this particular software has. We have generation volume, we have auto volume, we have human mode, and micro buy. For this particular example, I think human mode would be very well needed, just because when we do the volume on, we do not want it to seem like it's a robot. We want to seem like it's actual human volume that's being done in organic traffic. From that point on, we simply click on create task. We put our actual token address in here and click on save. And then from that point on, simply click on start to begin your volume bot or whatever task group that you select. This is a wonderful idea because you have the option to have multiple different task groups running simultaneously at the same time. For example, if you wanted to do volume up and essentially buy, you click on start, it'll start buying for you, right? And then you would hit stop once you're finished. And then let's say if you wanted to go ahead and retrospectively sell those transactions, so that way you can continue the process over again, you simply would click on and create a task group for the volume sell and do the same thing you did with the volume buy, but obviously the very opposite. Now, when it comes down to projects, the volume is not just what takes the cake, obviously. What also takes the cake, of course, is the ability to be able to have proxies, so that way you can run comments. This ability here, you can actually hit plus here if I wanted to, and I can type in comments, as you can see. And from there, I can actually set up a task group to be specifically just comments. Create a group there. From that point on, I create again the task along with the contract address, sorry, and along with the comment itself here. Comments is broken up by simply, semicolons, and that'll give you the variance of what comment is from the other. So you can simply put in, let's say, for example, 10 to 15 comments on your project. It could be very customized, and it could essentially be coming from multiple different wallets, making your project look very organically designed from the jump before, people even get into the Telegram, really, per se. Phenomenal. Beyond that, again, when you're using comments, I would highly recommend going to the proxies tab here, and you basically can simply push manage proxies. From that point on, you can enter the proxies and click save, and those proxies will be used in the time process of doing things such as commenting and things of that nature. The bundler tool here is one of the most aggressive tools here that this particular DogWifTools has to offer. The ability to bundle snipe your tokens to be able to use several different modes, whether it be a safe mode that essentially grabs your tokens from a bundle perspective, and you have access to multiple wallets. Speaking of wallets, let's check that out. If I click on wallets, you have wallets enabling options to be for volume specifically, for your bundler, or for your bump it. If I wanted to generate wallets, as simple as literally clicking generate wallet there, and I can set an amount of wallets that I want to generate. So in this particular case, I could say, for example, click on 20 wallets. Once I hit confirm, it'll literally do that for me. It'll take, just a couple seconds to create the wallets for me, as it's just done. From there, I'll simply click on close. And then from that matter on, I can actually have access to my wallets. Not only have access to my wallets, but have access to transfer Solana into them directly. I can actually do that by clicking on the address tab here, which essentially selects all of the wallets that I just created. And then I can hit send sold to wallet as long as my private key to my funder wallet is added within the settings feature located here in the bundler bot section. It's a very phenomenal introspective tool that honestly is going to take the game over to the next level. And to be honest with you, I was quite excited to know that this is only 1.1 and it's still growing, very new. If you are done with your wallets, or let's say you transferred your soul to it and you wanted to simply wipe these, so simply click on delete and they're gone. I highly recommend sometimes if you want to, you have the ability to, let's say if I created 3 of these wallets, right? If I created 3, you have the ability to even take the private key and of these out by simply clicking on this option here, which is the copy actions option. This will actually copy not only the address of the wallet, but also the private key as well, ensuring that you can import your wallet into other third-party wallets as well to have access to your funds. I'm gonna go ahead and hit delete that right there. And so when that happens, you have essentially retrospectively 3 different categories: volume, bundler, and bump it, with all different sizes of wallets that can be managed easily, accessibly. And not to mention, by the time you do buy or purchase any of your tokens, you can transfer the soul to the wallet and, return to the main wallet as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's a click of a button. It's very, very, very introspective, fast, and efficient. And again, one of the funnest things that I do love about particularly DogWifTools is the fact that you have a community-driven partnership with the dev, with multiple devs that are actually helping and driving this software to a whole nother level, which is super phenomenal. And that's what keeps me bullish about this project. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to leave a description. If you guys want to check it out, in the description, there'll be a link. You can go into the community. You can have a chat with them. You can talk with them. They're very kindly, warm, welcoming. On top of their jobs, the chats. This is a tool that is going to basically make your life a lot easier if you're into developing Pump.fun or tokens specifically on Pump.fun. All right? Hopefully you have a wonderful time with this. Again, my name is Low-Key Bunny. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply a guy on YouTube showing you guys my ins and outs on how I make these game-changing improvements when it comes to meme coins in the crypto field. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. You have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.